Time for the Weird and Wacky segment.
Abominable snowman.
He's not an axe murderer.
One of the TAs turned out to be a bot.
All right, first up in Weird and Wacky, Steph Curry teams up with Michelle Obama to launch sports drink. So I just thought this was interesting because the sports drink industry is so crowded. I was fascinated too that Gatorade's got like 61% market share. Powerade was like 14%. And then Body Armor was like 11% or something. I forget the numbers, but like I knew Gatorade dominated. I didn't know it dominated more than half. Like that's wild to me. But then they're coming together and they're saying like it's no added sugars, no artificial sweeteners. It's just a healthier sports drink, which that's great to me because every time I go buy Gatorade for like an event or for like my kid, I'm like this has so much garbage in it. Like I don't like this at all. And so I think this is amazing, amazing use of kind of their like, and I mean, who doesn't love Steph Curry and Michelle Obama too? Like, right. Like they're like two of the like most likable people on the planet, in my opinion. So,
I gotta say, I'm sure there are a bunch of coaches out there going, yeah, you know what? I would rather be dumped with this than Gatorade because I always think about this. First of all, as a coach, as you're about to win the game, now you're wet. And you're sticky.
Oh, it's gross, right? Man. So gross. Yeah.
So at least with this, you're just going to be wet and not sticky because there's no sugar or anything else like that. The other thing is, did you watch the show Mr. Throwback on Hulu?
No.
It's a show about Steph Curry. It's a fictional thing.
Okay.
I feel like he is everywhere. He is like, okay.
He is everywhere. He's getting ready to retire.
He's business.
That's right.
So let me just do all the things. I got to tell you, the show, it didn't hit it for me.
Okay.
It was kind of funny here and there, but I don't know. It just, I can't see a second season of that show. So
fair enough.
It is what it is.
Speaking of things you can't see.
Yeah.
Shouldn't hear.
Can't see and shouldn't hear. Country song dedicated to Elon Musk is completely ridiculous, as if you needed to know that last part.
Did you watch any of the video or listen to any of it?
I did not.
It's good because it will embed its stupidity in your brain. And you will be so sorry that you ever listened to the hook. It's like the article we tagged is like it's like AI written lyrics, and like it's this country artist, singer, influencer woman standing on the back of a Cybertruck, like singing this love ballad to Elon Musk, thanking him for how he's helping our country. And I mean, it like when you've got like country songs dedicated to Elon Musk and praise and worship songs about Donald Trump, I'm just like, what is happening? Like, what is happening? I just can't. I just can't even.
All of this would have been better happening in the year 2000 because then we'd be just like, okay, it's done. Yeah, Y2K.
It would have been like we would have laughed at it in the year in 2005 if you'd have said like this is what's going to happen in 20 years. Like this is like we would have laughed our butts off about like there's no way Trump's in the White House and they're singing praise and worship songs about that dude. Like you've got to be crazy. No, that's what happened.
What you're kind of reciting here is exactly what happened in Back to the Future when Marty McFly tells Doc Brown that Ronald Reagan is president. And he was like, the actor,
you've got to be crazy. You're nuts. Elon Musk, the PayPal guy in 2005 is going to do what? He's going to come out with a totally steel truck that falls apart and things are falling off on the interstate. It gets recalled 1 million times and it costs over $100,000. And then they're going to write a song about him. Are you serious?
Yeah, right, that's not real.
That's never going to happen. It's never going to happen.
Never going to happen.
It did.
We're living in a timeline that shouldn't. We diverged at some point. I don't know what point it was, but something went wrong.
Something went wrong.
Something went wrong in the timeline. Yeah. But things that haven't gone wrong for some people because they're trying to make it go right. We use them every day. In some parts of the U.S., the clack of typewriter keys can still be heard. Here's the thing that I found fascinating about this story was there's a place right here in Metro Atlanta, in Tucker, Georgia, that sells these typewriters. So they're like a big company that sells typewriters. Yeah. And the other interesting thing, and I'll tell you who this is after we're done recording. Just the other day, I was with a founder.
Okay.
And I was in his office.
Yeah.
And he had a typewriter. I had just read this story and I was like, dude, what do you have this typewriter here for? And he tells me, he was like, well, I write up thank you notes sometimes. And he's like, I think it's a little bit more personal if I do it on the typewriter. it looks like a little bit more friendly. And he's like, yeah, sometimes I still make mistakes and stuff. And then he'll like cross it out or whatever.
I love the idea of doing thank you notes on a typewriter. My dad for years has tried to get me to write more thank you notes to send to people. And I think it's a smart move. I just have a tendency to not do it even though I should. But I did recently actually do that. Like I wrote, like for the 48 and 48, like board of directors and some key volunteers, I wrote handwritten thank you notes and like sent them a little something. And it wore me out. Like it's very tiring to write all that. Like having a typewriter specifically for thank you. That'd be kind of cool, actually. I like that idea a lot.
Yeah. This is actually, I'm glad we're talking about this because I think I should do the same thing too. Like people appreciate getting things in the mail because you don't generally nowadays.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
I can't tell you the last time I got a card or anything in the mail handwritten. Like, everybody sends out those like holiday ones, which they're always like, what is it, minted.com or whatever. I don't feel like you get them and you're like, you sent this to like 1,000 people. You uploaded the same thing.
That's right. Yeah.
So it's not really, but especially if you send it out with no
no context at all.
It's not your whatever. It's just like out of the blue it comes.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like people would appreciate that. So.
I got an out of the blue card yesterday. It was to the Walker family, and it was from Shutterfly. And I opened it up, and it's a graduation notice of a graduate girl that I've never seen in my whole life, and I don't recognize her name or the high school she's graduating from. And I'm just like, what is happening here?
Are you going to the party?
No, there was no other information at all. It was just like literally the photo, her name, and the high school and the year. And I was like, I don't know what's happening right now. Did my kids know this person? Like, I've never even heard. I think it was like Lexington High School. I don't even know. Maybe it's in Kentucky. I don't know anybody there. I don't know what's happening.
I don't think we have a high school name for the city in Lexington.
It was very strange. I don't know but back to the typewriter story. We didn't say it's a story about a shop that fixes typewriters and how surprising it is that there's enough typewriters to continually be fixed on a regular basis, that this person not only has a shop, but has employees in that shop fixing like 20 to 25 typewriters a week or something, which is wild. That's the story. So
what was interesting, there was one author that was in there that was like, she got frustrated. And it's apparently an author that's written a lot of books, like 15 books, that has now moved from the computer to a typewriter for first drafts and final drafts. Because just getting distracted on the computer with notifications and this, that, and the other and everything. And on the typewriter, there's nothing else.
Well, right? so there's actually a huge trend for writers doing this. There's actually a friend of ours, I think you know him, Robert. He does this. So he's got a device that just has a keyboard and a screen for text input, and you type a whole book into it, and then plug it up to a computer, and it just spits out a text file with everything you typed. And so there's this trend for people it's a very old device. There's a new device that's expensive and doesn't work as well. And there's an old device, I forget what it's called. And he got one off of eBay for like $20 or whatever, and uses that to do all of his writing. And he's written several books, and it's wild. But
that's awesome.
I get it. Yeah. You don't want to be distracted. I mean, you could just turn off Wi-Fi. I mean, in all fairness, like that, I'm just saying, like, that's an option to just turn off the Wi-Fi and write. But I get it. I do.
Yeah.
So.